But hey, hello, hi, what's up, guys? We're over in week 7 of the gold games now, and the first one up is going to be our what is it called? Spank Boys versus Mingos V2. So I'm Let's Go Dragon with along with your co-caster here, Crims. Say hello, Crims.
Yes, hello guys, what's up?
And you did ask when was this game played, so let me pull this up here. I have it on my other browser on my other screen, but you want to
I'm
introduce these
just
teams?
okay. So on the left side, playing the blue team, we have Spank Boys with L9 Weenie playing Singe on the top side. We have the Alpha playing Master Yi, Kokomo Breezy on the R in the mid lane, M Love on this Misfortune, and Gift playing the Cat Yumi.
While on the red side, we have Mingos V2, Alien Boy in the top lane playing the J4. We're seeing a little bit more of the J4 in the lane. Pretty interesting. Jimothy Halbert in the jungle playing the Fiddlesticks. Also an interesting pickup for right there. I don't really see too many of that, but it's still pretty strong with the 5-man fear potential. Donkey Cheeks in the mid lane playing Annie, classic Annie, Ariana Grande, and Volley, or Wolfie, my bad, playing the Ezreal and Leona bot lane.
Dude, Volfe sounds like some kind of DJ name to me. I swear I've heard it before.
Yeah, maybe
It
maybe
sounds like
this
a
is just
DJ
his
name.
maybe this is his side gig, and he actually is actually a DJ. We never know
That
who's
would make
behind it.
sense.
We never know what's going on behind it. But you asked whenever this game was played. This game was played Thursday, or at least the form was submitted Thursday. Maybe they played a little sooner, but if anything, the form has been submitted on
So it was
Thursday.
last week. It was last
Yes,
week.
yes, yes.
Which is interesting because maybe they inspired the MF Yumi bot lane that we're seeing at Worlds right now. That'd be so. We wish
Yeah, yeah,
we had
yeah.
that pull around here.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we're avid watchers of the GRLCS. The
Yeah, but that it is very popular in Worlds right now. I mean, you could see the absolute power it has in the mid game, and that's what we're going to be looking for here as well. Once the ultimates are online, the teams are able to position on the map. Huge trade against Kokomo Breezy. Wow, just taking that the extended burst from Donkey Cheeks there. Didn't respect the ignite, as you can see. Came back to trade multiple times against Annie and just gives up first blood in the first few minutes, just like that, Rex.
Yeah, it's super interesting. Kokomo Rizi actually opted in to go for the corrupting pot start, which is something I don't really see a lot of mages do, especially whenever you're playing like Ari, who already has like pretty good sustain as is, um, and
Mhm.
built in through your kit. So I'm really surprised that we opted in for the corrupting pot
I
against
think
Annie out of all
the
people.
I think the logic here is Annie's attack range is very short for mages, especially consider that they nerfed it a long time
Did
while
they?
back.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and they nerfed her auto tech range. So I'm thinking that Kokomo Bruzy thought they could auto space against Donkey Cheeks to win trades more than expected. But it looked like it really didn't go that way. Donkey Cheeks just blew him up level 2. That was a big mistake from Kokomo Breezy. Now after burning the teleport, is a summon down as TP is very big. Meanwhile, on the top side, though, it looks like L9 Weenie is taking this J4 to town here. Huge trades up and did burn the TP to get these winning pushes twice in a row, but isn't going to get punished by a gank anytime soon.
Yeah, while over in the mid lane, let's just go ahead and pan back over here to see how that turned out. We saw Jimmy Halbert, he got burst down just a little bit here, but we're going to be focusing over onto the Scuttlecrat. I don't know
It
if
was
they
very
really want to go
risky.
for anything. Ooh, that was Jimothy's smite, so he was able to pick up that Scuttlecrat there.
Yeah, it looks. I see this
Oh no,
CD
no, it's
there.
Alpha. Oh yeah, it was Alpha that was just he picked it up. Oh okay, so I guess he just had 2 charges of smite and yeah.
I saw the CD go down on Jimmy Helper. Maybe he missed.
Maybe. That is also a possibility that he just missed and then Alpha was able to get one last auto in. In any case here, just going to chill back over into directed
I
camera. I just
mean,
wanted to try using that cinematic shot just a little bit.
it looks nice. You know, like the
Mhm.
smooth movement here, and the decision making of a human being will trump that of the right directed camera anytime.
Yeah,
It looks, now something we don't often see in competitive play is the Master Yi. I mean, obvious reasons why we don't see it. Very passive jungler, but nonetheless, still very monstrous in the mid to late game if you can get there. So I think we're just looking for the alpha to be power clearing. Master Yi not really good at ganking, but that doesn't mean he is useless in a gank scenario. Really good at picking up kills, and he has plenty of setup in all three lanes. So maybe not a expected gank for Master Yi, but if you don't respect the Master Yi ability to finish you off, then you're going to be handing over kills, and definitely not what you want to be doing for a Master Yi jungle here.
Yeah, absolutely. If you give away kills, it's to Master Yi. He kind of can just roll with it really well. He has some carry potential, sure, if you just like lock him down really well. But there is still some like I know we meme about it a little bit, but Master Yi still something to be respected. Using the Q in order to get that gap closer over an alien boy. So we're not going to be seeing anything further from that engage there. I know sometimes whenever you're playing Master Yi, you kind of want to save your Alpha Strike as a secondary engage. You want to just try to walk at
Hmm.
them since you get that bonus movement speed from Highlander whenever we do turn level 6. But
It
you know,
depends. I mean, J4 obviously can just flag and drag away from you. And if you don't have ultimate, there's no way you can catch up either. So, I mean, the alpha didn't really have anything to do. Guess
yeah.
decided one for a
Ooh,
gank.
Alien
So,
Boy. Looks like he's able to pick up that kill there. And Jimothy Albert is still going to be
ooh,
here to help out clear out some of these minions, make sure he doesn't fall down to that. But we do
yeah,
need him.
definitely tried to get that wave in and ended up pushing it a little too aggressively there.
Yeah, we really
Still up
got
on CS though.
yeah, still up on CS. Still gotta respect Alien Boy though. He opted in for the Sheen, which is something we don't see too often. Ooh, Pokemon Breezy looking for a tower dive. Ooh, pretty botched up, however. So he's taking 3 whole tower shots. Not gonna be able to get anything just yet. We'll have to see.
So
Oh
if
yeah, he's just gonna back
L9
up.
Weenie goes top, I'm gonna be a bit upset. He's
Yeah,
just letting minions die for free if he doesn't pick it up in the mid lane.
yeah, it's pretty unfortunate as well. I'm just pointing it out. I believe Alpha did like stay mid lane while we were looking at top lane in order to cover a little bit of the wave. But he had to use his flash L9 Weenie now moving over to the mid lane here. Here looking
I'm
for a kill.
surprised.
TP
Kokomo Breezy's
also
full
coming in.
health.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
still
TP
trying to
coming
do
out.
something. Here comes Alien Boy looking for a 3-man now. We're in to get a counter engage. We saw Alpha ran into the bush, so that means no fear onto them. But Alpha, now he's in a bad situation with Ariana Grande roaming up top as well.
Oh,
Or up to mid. Ooh, a flash charm by Kokomo Breezy. Gets the electric proc off. Finally finishes off the kill on the Chunky Cheeks. But now he's stuck in the Cataclysm while the L9 Weenie's trying his best to help out. He does get the fling across his shoulder, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do just enough. Just like how that Mystic Shot wasn't enough in order to pick up that kill either. So that's going to be 2 for 1, I believe, in favor of Mingos V2.
yeah, didn't respect the bottom roam. Spank Boy's bot lane was pushed in. You can see M Love and Gift there at their turret, basically. Guess they weren't considering that in their mid engagement there. I would have liked to see M Love get that wave in the turret. I don't know if it was possible or not. We weren't looking down there. Oh, Gift taking huge trade here. Not a big deal though, because Yumi can just sit on her 80 carry like so.
Yeah, Alpha's here in the bot lane. He's looking for to make something happen. No
Yeah, he
ulti
doesn't
coming
have
up.
a jungle to clear right now, so
Yeah.
he's just doing nothing.
Yeah, he is doing nothing. No ulti from Yumi in order to try to force this engage, but the Rank It Rain into the bullet time does quite a bit of damage. Alpha is level 6, has the Highlander, but he doesn't look like he's going to go for the engage just yet here.
I think he could have picked up those kills though if he got there ahead of time, a little earlier, maybe a more aggressive positioning.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard to say.
They did have the control ward over in the river, so it's a little hard to say indeed. Maybe it's just missed timings as well. Uh,
Ah, Scuttle contest. I don't think Jimothy Halper should go for that.
Ooh, but engage in the mid lane. God, you gotta really respect how much damage
Ooh.
that Annie can do. Even though she's like one of the simpler champions in the game, she does still chunk quite well. Really proving that like overloaded kits doesn't necessarily mean they're really overpowered in a sense, but we'll have to see how it goes. We do get stun off for Donkey Cheese, but here comes an engage from L9 Weenie. He has no
Ooh.
mana, however, so he can't even get a fling off. He's just running in. No poison or anything. He just gets one auto attack, but that's just going to be enough in order to finish off the kill on the Donkey. Alpha's here to help clear out
Yeah.
mid lane. But
Did
there's
they
going to be an
did they
advantage.
buff the Singe auto attacks? I believe they did with his ultimate, right?
I don't remember.
I'll
Actually,
get the research team on
yeah. By research team, I mean, I'll hover over his ulti real quick.
that.
It doesn't look like he does anything per se about his auto attacks, but I do remember the newest change that they did was that his ult makes his Q apply grievous wounds. That's a
Oh,
pretty big
okay.
change. Yeah, that was an interesting change whenever they did that. I liked it. Honestly, I feel like more ways to add grievous wounds is not necessarily a bad thing, so you don't always have to buy that item. So Singe doesn't actually have to buy it, especially as a champion that doesn't really get auto attacked that much. Your other option would be like more low income, or I mean, I guess Chemtech Purifier, but I don't even know how good that item would be on a Singe. Probably opting in for other items
That
instead.
would be interesting. It's probably not bad.
Yeah. I mean, it works. The purifier is when you immobilize, it applies 60%, right? So you just get one fling off. That person is 60% grievous wounds. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's that bad. Well, grievous wound or the whirling outcome is probably just better with your poison.
I don't know. Morale and outcome's pretty inefficient.
Yeah, a lot of the grievous wounds items are
Okay, so
pumpkins.
it is. It says on the wiki, it says any damage from his ultimate when his ultimate is activated will give grievous wounds. I don't know if there's some kind of. You never know with these kinds of small details.
Yeah, maybe it could be just something that they don't have on the tooltip.
Yeah,
Because
that's another thing that happens.
they have that sometimes where it's like the tooltip says one thing, but it actually applies to more things. So we'll have to see. Ooh, an ulti coming out over the alpha. He's not watching out for the jungle, so it looks like Donkey Cheeks
Yeah.
and Jiffy set up
Oh,
a pretty
absolutely
good death
deleted.
push. Absolutely deleted indeed. That was a really good spot out from Jiffy Halford in order to get that kill there. I mean, he's just sitting in that bush, managed to get just a little bit of that vision. Like, if you look, pan over here, just that little bit of vision right there thanks to the Scarecrow. Uh, gonna be able to
Yeah,
get
I
that.
mean, the alpha not doing too hot right now, and to be honest, I would think that he'd be for a little more aggressive counter jungling style, as we have L9 Weenie chasing down Alien Boy. Alien Boy going to be under his turret, safe position for now. But yeah, as Master Yi, you want to be getting that farm, and that includes stealing farm from your enemy jungler there. So we haven't really seen any invades from L9 Weenie. I mean, sorry, not L9. Yeah, well, L9 Weenie would be nice for invading with the Alpha because he's been pushed up on this top side the whole time, and still none of that has been taken into account. No advantages got from this Singed pushing up.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Getting all that lane priority. I mean, it would have been nice to see if we look for a Herald take. If not, we're going
Yeah.
to go for a counter jungle. But instead, we see Alpha is just in the bottom side of
He's
the river.
he's scuttle obsessed. I think he's contested every single scuttle from the beginning here,
I mean, it's
which is, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it is a win in the farm book, but you're also ignoring stuff like Rift Herald. If Jimothy's on the bot side, you can get Rift Herald. If L9's pushed up, like you said, you could invade and take camps from Jimothy Hopper, which is also big. Looks like we might be having a fight gearing up here.
Yeah, first in the mid lane. Let's check this one out. Kokomo Breezy gets pretty low. The charm lands. Ooh, a flash into the cube. Going to pick up that kill. Will he die to tower? No, but he might die to minions. Or if not, L9 Weenie's just diving right in. Gives the shutdown over to him. Looks like bot lane ended up as a no engage either. Since we see now, Alpha's in the mid lane. But we do see Jimothy's over in the bot lane. We're going to pan down right here.
I
Oh,
think
here it
L9
comes.
has
Oh
been.
no.
Ooh,
Gets the Scarecrow Storm in order on top of him. Gets double stun, so that means, or double fear. That means that Gif has to burn the ulti in order to get out of here, and will also getting pushed by Ariana Grande. No kills given, but at least that's
okay.
3
This is where
summoners.
you go for a Rift Herald. Like, pretty close. Your jungle's pretty much done. You know Jimothy was just bot. Just burnt an ultimate. Didn't get a kill. You can steal camps. You can get the Rift Herald. It looks like that's going to be happening right about now. Also, be nice to put down some wards as well.
absolutely. Getting some extra vision in so you can track the enemy jungler just a little bit better. Try to see if you can go for a little bit more riskier play. Speaking of riskier, we're going to see the bullet time popped by M-Love here. Kokomo Breezy looking to try and make something happen here, but pulling the trigger just a little bit too soon, M-Love. So not going to be getting exactly the assistance you want, while Jimothy is
I mean,
also...
didn't have the Yumi ultimate as well.
Yeah, that's another thing on top of it as well. The Yumi Misfortune combo is quite deadly, considering the last chapter. No, not last chapter. Is it last? No, final chapter. Final chapter. Final
You know,
guess.
to
Final
me,
chapter.
it's better as a kiting combo, where if they kite too far into you, you just hit them with a nice turn. Top lane, Alien Boy in trouble.
Yeah, he is getting in trouble. He does drop the Cataclysm in hopes to see if he can get anyone off of this tower, but unfortunately, nothing off of it. And we were busy talking about the bot lane. It's like top side of the map. Alpha grabbed the Rift here with who in order to try to look for a pretty strong push. I don't think we got First Blood Tower just yet, so we can look for that in the top lane. Now,
Yeah, I think they should have waited on
maybe,
that Rift Herald for the more optimal turret plate takes.
well, turret plates are down right now, so it's not necessarily something to be on the lookout for. Kokomo Breezy just not having a good game right now, I gotta say. This Donkey Cheeks is kind of taking it in reins.
Yeah, Donkey Cheeks is definitely slapping Kokomo Breezy right about now. I mean, has solo killed Kokomo Breezy, I don't know, a couple times already. But the only saving factor was L9 Weenie picking up, I think, at least 2 kills on Donkey Cheeks, if I'm correct. So those 2 kills are from Donkey Cheeks counter ganking by L9 there. Looks like they've established a pretty good case for topside control on the side of Spink Boys. As soon as they can get their Singed back up there, push the lane in, we can have Singed roam down. Looks like they're going for a different strat though. L9 Weenie heading towards the bot side.
And look over the chat. Hello there, PQ, previously of UHAM, or UHAM. Anyways, saying hello, hi, and as Mingo's coach, I request that you change V2s to their correct score 6-0, which, sorry, unfortunately, my hands are tied right now. I'm casting. I can't, it's a little too far away. I'll get that fixed right away, but for now, we gotta leave it up as is.
I mean, it's not a big deal, is it? Just kidding.
But speaking of big deals, oh, that was actually a really good timed Alpha Strike in coincidence. Able to dodge away from that Crow Storm. Breezy doing a good job also defending
They should
his
kite down towards their AD carry and support here.
Yeah,
It looks like we got a jungle fight brewing right about now.
Yeah, we are pretty much rotating over around to this area. There's no dragon, so like all we are looking for.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it is a little awkward. Pretty much the only one that's getting anything out of this is Spank Boys because they had the objective right there. They're looking for a fight still, however. L9 Winnie already popping the Ghost and jumping right into it. He gets the flank off. Yumi's even here in order to get her final chapter off. Good bullet time coming out while Kokomo Breezy is doing a 1v1 against Ariana Grande, but he's going to have to flash away. He's taking too much damage. M-Love looks like he's trying to pick up the kill. He does get it from under tower while Alpha is looking to see if he can grab anything else from his team. But still, that is going to be a 1-for-3 engagement right there, and even delaying some of these backs as well. So pretty good win for Spank Boys.
Yeah, I think Mingos didn't have any reason to go for that fight, especially since mid lane was just completely wide open. I don't see any reason to threaten on the mid lane turret instead, but they go for the fight and they kite right into Spank Boys, who, in my opinion, were in pretty good position. We're all set up. They had the combos and the ultimates ready to win that fight. Unfortunately, Mingos, I think that was a bad decision in the time to engage.
Ooh, flash from Donkey Cheats does get the Q over on top of M-Love. He's pretty much dead. And even the Ezreal ulti also coming out because he wants to get some of this action as well. I realized that.
The turret greed. M-Love was there all by her lonesome on this MF here. I mean, I know MF can walk away really fast, but definitely overextending, especially since your team was already evacuated the area.
And then to answer your question there, PQ, doing fine on this Monday. Went back to classes. Had a freak hailstorm yesterday over in Oklahoma, so that was something. But all good now for today. Doing a lovely stream over for Gold Cap here. Not much fiesta. Very fun. I love casting for gold time to time. And then also, where can I report Leona for win trading? Well, that is a question for someone else. I do not condone win trading in any
Speaking
sorts
of
of
storms
means,
here, we
but
might
oh
be seeing
no.
a crow storm soon.
Yeah, Storm has popped by Jimmy Halbert in order to zone away one of the members, at least from Spank Boy. So Alpha is not in a great position, but Kokomo Breezy, he's the feeling balls. He's going right into it, and that's followed up by a bullet time. Good ulti from the Leona in order to stop the bullet time and save Donkey Cheeks, but we'll have to see how does the rest of this engage go. We're all pretty much split up now, so we're going to
But the
try to
health
win
bars are
again.
low on the side of Mingo.
Yeah, Mingos V2 is very low health bars. Donkey Cheats actually does get a death bush over on top of Alpha because he couldn't get his Alpha Strike off. Now Donkey Cheats is going to be the last target for them. And unfortunately, however, is going to be a kill over for the Yuumi. So that shutdown will be going over to him. That very... I didn't exactly see how big that shutdown was, but very large shutdown going over to the Yuumi. And now we're just going to be trying to grab some of these objectives. We'll have to see how well that will go because Jimmy Calvert's still up here and Love here. Ooh, TP coming in as well. We're looking for it. Alien Boy is already here. Another TP coming in. I believe this one is L9 Weenie, so we're going to see yet another fight. Just back to back after we just saw one. Ooh, a three-man flag and drag by Alien Boy. He managed to get gifts, so he can't jump on anyone just yet. He's managed to now, but that's a little too late for Kokomo Breezy. He can't survive. Wolfie's also in the deep of it in order to get great zoning away for his team. Gonna have to flash over the wall because he doesn't want to deal with that Singe. But we'll have to see how the rest engage. Another flag and drag picks up one kill while Wolfie's on top of Love. We were looking forward while Alpha is now over onto Drake. Ooh! Unable to pick up the Drake from there, so it looks like Mingos Way 2 will be up 2 on this Drake here. Spank Boys,
yeah, unfortunately, no execute on the Master Yi. Doesn't have great securing abilities compared to other champions there. Wasn't able to get it. Tried his darnest though with the Alpha Strike into the Smite. But that is going to leave the Baron open for Mingo's V2 here to pick it up. I think some key things that were missing for Spank Boy's setup there is the ultimates were down, and a lot of their champions really needed ultimate to be effective in a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Volpy's a little bit low, so he's trying to back away from the Baron, but now we see Kokomo Breezy just jumping on top of him. Donkey Cheats misses the Tibber, so unfortunately that's not going to be the end of Big Stun. But huge bullet time does go out by Love. Unable to pick up any kills, unfortunately. Trying to get their bats off as fast as possible. Donkey Cheats does get stopped, so he's going to go down, but still a 3-man on this Baron buff. Those are good response coming out from Spank Boys.
Yeah, with this Baron, we can start to see turrets are going to be falling left and right. They didn't get all the members. They still have 3. That's plenty enough to get turrets on the mid lane and definitely pick up these outers, which is going to be a lot of extra gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Outers are going to be pretty important here, but Spank Boys is on the offensive. I like that at the very least. They're looking to see if they can go on any further into this gift. Actually,
Yeah, pick up the wins where you can. Ooh!
Really,
okay, we're good.
Really looking for a win-more situation for themselves, considering that they did lose out on the Baron, but they can't manage to put them on the back foot in order to get some of these towers before having to turtle if they feel like they need to. Gold leads are very close to each other, so that we don't have to worry about too much of our fighting powers today.
Yeah, as soon as they get back onto the field, start using that Baron buff, it's going to be Spank Boys on the defensive. And unfortunate for them, there is no objective up. So Mingos can't push and then get a objective for free. Baron will run out. So Spank Boys can contest the next objective here. So they're really just here to stop the bleeding. They're going to be losing turrets to Mingos V2. Nothing can be done about that. But they're going to have to mitigate as much as possible and be ready to contest on that next objective. And that's where they're going to be wanting to win that fight.
Ooh, in the top lane, it looks like L9 Weenie was here to respond against Ariana Grande, so it's punishing that split-pushing ADC, unfortunately. Again, Gift getting another kill here. Not giving it over to his laners is going to be quite unfortunate for his team. Kills
That's a weird position to be. I don't understand why he's up there in the first place.
Yeah, He was pushing out a wave, but Crow Storm does go out by Jimmy Halbert. Pick up another kill. Kobe Breezy having a flash away, trying to save his own life. But L9 Weenie also finding himself in a pretty bad situation. Gift, fortunately, managed to get off of there, so he's going to be staying alive. But it's a 2v4 situation. I heard a flash, but it was just a Scarecrow clone from Jimmy Halbert. I always had to check.
Yeah, they don't really work if you ask me when you're playing the game because like you will
Ooh, a tower
you will.
dive going
Ooh,
on.
here
The
we go.
go. Oh no, Gift, get out of there. Save the cats. Looks like they will spare her. Wolfie managed to stay alive as well. So
Yeah. Oh, makes it out. Yeah, the funny thing about the flash away fiddle or I don't know what it's called exactly, but like who would ever do that in a game instead of just throwing your abilities out, you know? So it's such an easy giveaway that that is not the real fiddlesticks.
hey, who knows? Maybe there's some squeamish people over in Bronze that just get jump scared whenever they see a fiddle flash, and you're like, oh, I have to do I have to flash too. Uh,
You know, be a real scary one is like a fake Garen charges at you out of a bush. Like
uh,
that works.
did you play whenever they had Doombots?
Yeah, the
The
Jarvan had
ultimate.
a random chance to be in any bush that you walked into.
Yeah, the Garen had a yeah. It was because Bush Garen, the classic Bush Garen, very terrifying. Uh,
Yes, it was a fun game. The Doom bots.
yeah, I liked it. It really nailed down the focus of let's just split push because we can't beat them in team fights.
Yeah, the team fight prowess, especially like Lux and I mean, they're all their abilities are just insane. So definitely makes team fighting harder.
I can only imagine what a Mumu would be like as a Doombot now, especially with his 2 Qs, his ult, or his passive now letting his teammates do true damage. Ooh, Donkey Cheat, speaking of doing a lot of damage, able to take down Love. Here comes the Solar Flare on top of Alpha as well, and his Crow Storm. So we're really nailing down on the coffin against these Spank Boys, really pushing the advantage. I believe we do see L9 Weenie also trying to run away, but we'll have to see. It's a 5 against
Should
2
probably
on
try
the
to
street.
push a lane instead of contesting this dragon here.
Yep.
Never gonna happen. Honestly, Spank Boy's not respecting the lack of vision. Like Love just walking near a bush, and then Donkey Cheeks right there to scoop up that kill perfectly. Just no respect to vision game around these objectives, and you have to think that that's what they're gonna do. That's what they want to do on the side of Mingos, especially in Annie. A lot of burst damage.
Absolutely. There's a
Don't
lot of
want to see it. Don't want to see
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so much surprise factor comes
it.
out from the Amigos V2's comp. I mean, the Flag and Drag, the Crow Storm, especially the Crow Storm, actually. Donkey Cheeks and Wolfie all has some sort of way where if they just, uh, in this spooky season, scare you out, like just ambush you in a bush, just like what they're doing now, but instead of a bush, they're just using a blast plant to jump on top. You've managed to get the Yumi ult out of it to force a disengage. But still, the surprise factor that they have on their team, how if you aren't warding up properly, that you get punished so hard. And right now, especially with a Yumi, it's harder for him or for Yumi in order to try to get a lot of these wards down. So it's
Yeah,
it's gonna be
definitely not as easy. I mean, if Leona's ever there with a teammate, Yumi will pretty much die. If she's by herself, huge trade here. Coming out for the side Kokomo Breezy.
yeah, managed to get a lot out of that. Well, I'll have to see what's going on next. L9. Oh, here comes Crow Storm. Managed to get one at the very least, so it stops. So it splits the team in half. L9 now on the run while Gift
Ooh.
was attached to him, so he's by himself. Alien Boy gets a nice 2-man onto his Cataclysm, so he traps them in and keeps them stuck in there while the rest of the team managed to clean up the rest. So that's a 4-for-5, a whole ace in favor for the Mingos V2, and that looks like that's going to be the surrender as well.
Oh, we have a surrender here. Wow.
Yeah.
The mental was broken this game.
Yeah, and it looks like Mingos will be moving up to, according to chat, 7-0 for themselves. Congratulations, you guys. I'm very unfortunate for the FF, honestly. And I mean, I feel like, okay, besides the bot lane, I feel like they have a pretty solo queue comp for the Spank Boys. You know, we didn't really see a lot of wombo combo. We didn't have like pick potential. We were just playing a lot of comfort champions coming out from a.
Is Master Yi really a comfort champion?
I don't know if it's actually a comfort champion, but it's a champion that he picked. That was AD, which I was imagining what was filling in.
I would say that the comp overall is not too bad, minus the mid jungle. I mean, Ari. I mean, Ari's acceptable, but it's definitely like your team's built around team fighting. So having the Master Yi there is very, very confusing. Also, Master Yi's just not very good at getting your team ahead, which is very important in a competitive game.
Yeah,
At least being
absolutely.
able to contest early game stuff.
Yeah.
So a bit questionable with those picks, but overall, I think the bot lane, the comp was working. I think Singe, Misfortune, Yumi is not bad at all.
Yeah. So right now we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're gonna get our Nets game reset, grab our drinks for in the meantime, and get ready for our Nets game, which is going to be Goon Game versus the Rivals. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, hello. We're back once again. This time, now we're going to be watching the Rivals versus Goon Gang. Over on the blue side, we have the Rivals. Trustiest Karma in the top lane playing the Irelia. Eyesight playing the Diana in the jungle. Tall Ets guy in the mid lane playing the Yone. And for the bot lane, we're going to finish off our comp with a Lucian Braum, a staple played by Dodge Q and CB the Barbarian.
All right, on the flip side, we have Goon Gang being their opponents. Dr. McCoy playing Gnar on the top side. Luke playing the Skarner in the Jungle Glisk on the Katarina. I think I've seen that before. Anime Nonstop also playing the Jin. And rounding out the comp is Broken System with the Morgana. So, safe to say, I think we see some comfort picks on the side of Goon Gang at least.
Yeah, I remember seeing Anime Nonstop grab the Jin a couple times. Glisk, I only remember him playing Cassiopeia, so I'll be interested how well can he pilot this Katarina. It looks like it's also running Kitty Cat Katarina if we look right over there.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Hmm.
So, interesting things to note already off the bat is we have a hard counter lane in the top side here. Irelia should theoretically, not right away, but in the coming levels, should be able to beat this Gnar handedly in the top side here. So, Dr. McCoy and Luke kind of on a bit of a timer to make sure that that does not happen. And then something weird we don't see too much anymore is the Diana Jungle. Bit of an old pick here that's been phased out. So we'll see if Eyesight can still play this non-meta champion.
Yeah, it's gonna
Ooh,
be,
that is a double melee minion miss by Dr. McCoy.
and
Big sad.
we hate to see it. We truly hate to see missing out, not getting all 6 minions in the first wave. But just how it goes sometimes, and just maybe you're not going to get the first few waves, but in any case here, it'll be interesting to see how well will this Gnar fare against the Irelia. I know you mentioned it was a counter matchup, but we'll have to see. I mean, I
Yeah.
personally don't like seeing a lot of Irelias, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, that one does take some know-how. I mean, at higher tiers, it's definitely a Gnar loses, but we'll see how the first blood, we missed it.
Oh
Wish we
no.
could have some replay technology here, but dodge the Q and CB the Barbarian taking first blood here. And
Yeah.
it's Keely on the Lucian, by the way, so that's very good.
All right, and apologies. I was doing a slow pan. I just kind of stayed on mid lane and not did pan down to the bot lane. That was my bad. I was just gonna leave it back on direct to camera and wait until we go to team fights. Apologize
Well,
there,
I think
CB.
you just got to pay attention to health bars on the left side while you do that. And, or, if champions are huddled up on the map, you're like, why are they so close to each other? Probably because they're fighting.
Yeah, probably,
TP already
probably.
burned on top. That's actually huge.
Yeah,
We'll
TP.
see if junglers can make that a swell or terrible position here.
Yeah, we'll have
If I was
to.
Dr. McCoy, I would definitely back right about now. But it looks like he's going for a ward instead.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He kind of has the advantage. He finished pushing the wave. He doesn't need to burn his TP, but Eyesight's looking for something in the mid lane. He managed to grab the E on top of Glisk. Not sure if he got the Q. I don't think he threw out Q beforehand, so he doesn't get the E reset. He threw Q after he landed. But in any
Yep.
case, still going to be
Wow,
creating some
this is
pressure in this mid lane.
surprising. A Diana on the first clear gets both scuttles against a Skarner. Not something you see every day.
Not something you see every
Both
day at all.
scuttles too.
Hmm.
She's up a camp basically, trying to look for a gank topside. Still hasn't done her Krugs. Hog's got going for a huge trade.
Yeah, it does get a pretty huge trade also in the mid lane here, but
Yeah,
nothing really
Gliss
coming
still
out of it
positive.
just yet.
Yeah, Gliss kind of just wasn't that 2v1 situation. Oh, going for
Oh!
the finish.
Yeah, I managed to get the finish there. Direct the camera kind of panned away from that, but I believe Gliss was able to get on out of there. Really good job. I mean, punishing Toilet's guy from walking up to your dagger and not believing he had enough damage to finish the kill, while Trustiest Karma instead also picks up a kill over there on the top lane as well. Well done on his fact.
Yeah, just Mini Gnar cannot fight Irelia at any point still. I mean, besides after level 3. Dr. McCoy there now respecting the Irelia damage. And now that she's even easier to play, definitely is going to be a champion that is harder to stop. So, I mean, they do have some tools against her. So, we have Luke on the Skarner, so can ult the Irelia if she comes in. Broken System obviously can snare her. So, if she ever gets CC, that's going to be when you look to kill her.
Hmm. Yeah. So, just things to note. Oh, looks like Irelia bought the Vampiric Scepter. She is fully built, boys and girls. So unfortunately, looks like that is going to be the game. I really don't like Irelia. I'll
What's
be
the
quite
what's the
honest.
item below legendary?
Below
Rare?
legendary, I don't even know. I only keep up with mythic and then legendary. I don't even know what's below that. Everything else is just item components.
That is true, but if you think about it, it's Vampiric Sector is an upgraded longsword, right? So there's
Hmm.
some kind of progression there, and it is going to be tougher for this Naruto to win now. I mean, not only does he have no Grievous, loses the straight up damage trade, is squishier as well. There's just no positives.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he'll have some pretty nice team fight with the Gnarls at the very least, but in laning
Yeah.
phase, he's gonna feel it. He's definitely feeling it right now as we speak.
Yeah,
But
he's also down level, does get 6, so
oh,
can try to mega and also bait a fight with Luke up topside, but Anime Nonstop Broken System looks like they're in trouble.
yeah, we see Eyesight managed to get the EQE
Waiting for the
combo,
sheep.
use the Moonfall, looking to try to get the kill over in the Broken System, managed to grab quite a bit of damage over on top of Anime Non-Stop now. It's under tower, one shot left. It's not looking great for him, but we'll have to see what they plan on doing with it.
Yeah, it's a huge CS lead, kill lead. I'm gonna imagine maybe 1,000 gold lead at minimum here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
As Yep,
check it
let's
out
see if
here.
Mike can predict that correctly. Yeah, I said at least 1,000. I guess that was a bit of a under. It's 1,300 gold difference. So that's pretty big. That is basically what an item, half an item at least. So
BF
big, big
a
advantage.
whole BF sword if you want to put it into actual item terms. But the list is here in the bot lane. He's looking for
Oh,
something. He managed to grab
oh,
velocity. I
ignite going
believe.
down.
Ooh, does drop the ignite, but here comes CBR Barbarian. Goes in with the flash to get right on top of Gliss, not wasting any time, trying to look for something here. But Gliss just jumps right back into it. He managed to grab a couple kills. There's 2. There's 3 kills for himself. Does he die to tower? Yes, he does. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, he does.
And Toss.
Gives it over to Lucian, actually. Unfortunate there. Gliss popping off a little bit. Worth the death, maybe. It looks like gonna lose at least 2 waves in the mid lane. No one's gonna pick it up either. That is a bit unfortunate on that side. However, getting the 3 kills certainly is very, very good. Have to say, Eyesight getting caught by the Morgana Q maybe doesn't expect Broken System to have it up, or maybe wasn't even thinking that it was going to be hit in melee range, which is the easiest way to hit the Morgana Q. And that just started that series of unfortunate events for the side of rivals here.
You'll be surprised how many point blank Qs I've seen miss in my games. It's quite
Those are the
crazy.
easiest ones to hit, though. That is a fact.
That is a fact, but do they hit more often? Not exactly. Depending where you're looking, I guess, is where is really what matters, I
It's a
suppose.
very slow projectile. I mean, it's one of the ones that are so slow people can actually dodge it, like actually dodge
Hmm.
it. It's not like an Ezreal Q where, like, yeah, when you dodge an Ezreal Q, you made your opponent miss. You didn't really dodge. Morgana is actually dodgeable.
Yeah, you actually like see it and just start walking around it.
Yes, you could see it and walk out of the way and not get hit by it. That's how slow it is. So I think it's better in melee range. I mean, now, do people
It
get
is.
juked easier in melee range? That is certainly true.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Eyesight, wasn't able to juke Broken Systems Morgana Q. Look for the interaction later on as well. Interesting to note is Broken System putting the magic shield on Glisk, which is actually very good. Especially thinking about if Katarina can use her ulti as well as get a magic shield to prevent her from being stopped. Just imagine the damage output of that right now.
Yeah. Just imagine. Just gonna be seeing how it will go. I mean, I'm really hoping. I mean, this is Team Big Ignite, Katarina. So this is supposed to win laning phase. Speaking of winning laning phase, we see CB Barbarian being very aggressive, jumps right in over to Broken System. We do see those Soul Shackles were dropped in order to try to disengage, but unfortunately not going to be exactly doing that. We're actually looking for a counter engage. Gliss going right on top of
Oh,
Dodge Q, but nice.
not
Go,
good enough.
not going to be good enough. It will pick up the kill there for Dodge Q, so he's still a very strong boy. Even
Yep.
against this sits into Uh, sits and two Katarina, or sits and two now.
I mean, Glisk saw the Yone ultimate coming, dodged it, but as I said, was not enough to stop the Talks guy from getting the assist and dodge the Q picking up the kill. I wonder that was shutdown gold if I'm correct, right?
Hmm.
So I think Dodge the Q got two shutdown golds in a row from straight up from Glisk. So interested to see if the gold difference is even higher now. It looks like it is 400 gold higher than it was before, I think.
Just about,
So
yes.
yeah, so
Or, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it looks like the Lucian difference is getting bigger here.
Hmm. Which is quite important to note. He does. Right now, we're seeing that he can go in a lot of different ways. We've seen Kraken Slayer, something that just makes a lot of sense over on Lucian, or Gale Force, where you're just really enforcing that you have a lot of dashes. Uh, so
Yeah,
I'll
and
be
it does
interested.
some pretty good finishing damages, execute damage as well. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we do see that looking for the engaging bot lane. Ooh, enemy non-stop, however, does get the shutdown over onto him. See, Barbarian's looking for a final kill. Minions, can you come over? No, they can't because they're running into the bush. Really well done. Using ult in order to see can they still pick up the last kill, but he pops a potion, so you won't be able to grab anything just yet.
Ooh,
Ooh,
oh, the burn damage from red buff picks up the kill there. Unless
yeah.
there's other some kind of magic trickery. Now, I don't usually strictly blame someone for messing up an engagement, but I'm gonna have to say CB Barbarian did botch that one. Pretty hard. Didn't protect the Lucian at all. And in a scenario like that, where it's two champions damaging the AD carry versus one, it usually goes in the favor of the two champions. So I mean, it was easily going to be in Dodge the Q and CB Barbarian's favor there. But unfortunately, the misplay from the Braum wasn't able to protect the Lucian. Didn't I don't remember if I saw the shield. Do you remember seeing the shield coming out from Braum? That's usually the way to protect the Lucian.
Do not remember. If possibly it was down during that engage. They figured like, oh, Lucian's just really strong right now, but it seemed like he was sitting on a lot of money in any case. A little greeting out. I suppose is the idea. It was like, oh yeah, no,
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty strong. I have enough money for my next item, but I'm gonna go ahead and take one more
Ooh.
kill before I get back. Ooh. Speaking of one
Yeah,
more.
so it looks like Dodge the Q has picked up Kraken Slayer. So this is the higher damage, less mobility Lucian. We'll see if that's going to end up hurting him, as there is a lot of catch potential on the side of Goon Gang, but they ain't going to be getting the second dragon. Sorry. So Rival Game picking up two dragons in a row. So we'll start to see if the next dragon starts threatening the end of the game here. Two stacks so far.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Earlier, we didn't really make note of it, but Trust this Karma uses TP in order as an escape. But right now, another TP coming out from the top lane with Bliss being able to just jump in, use the Death Blossom in order to pick up another kill for himself there. So,
Yeah,
good
it's
job on that.
interesting. Glisk just says, "Screw my mid farm. I'm gonna go roam to a side lane," and it really depends if Tolix guy can make use of this extra gold that's being funneled into his pockets that he normally wouldn't get. Now Glisk is picking up a kill, so it's obviously negating that a little bit. But I wager Tolix guy has picked up quite amount of plates and extra farm from this.
Yeah. And Taunts guy is trying to stop this Herald here. Unfortunately, this is post 14 minutes, so no extra money coming out of it.
Yeah,
But
just barely missed. Just barely missed that timing.
yep, just barely missing, but all good
Meanwhile, I
for
see a
him.
lot of blue swarming a bot turret.
Yeah, looks like we will be getting first tower at the very least in response. So good job for our rivals able to pick up that.
Yeah. Wow, interesting to see. Is this the kill? Is this the kills 9 to 12 here? So I should have checked before the turret went down how close the gold was, but now it is a 2K gold lead for the side of rivals here, even though they're down in kills. They are up in farm in on all lanes, actually.
Hmm.
So I think this gold lead could have been a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get back to that. So we see Luke. He has ulti. He has um, Flash and a Chilling Smite, so there are a lot of ways to get on Trusty's Karma, but not going to be looking for it just yet, at the very least. Yeah, if we're looking over at it, we have like 27 in top lane, about 24, so roughly 50 from top and mid. Jungle, if we add in another 5, so that's 55, and then bot lane, that's an extra 50. So that's 100. That's 100 CS. If we say on average, the gold for each wave is like I know each wave gives you like 100 gold, just about. So missing 3
Okay.
waves is like a kill's worth.
Okay.
So not sure how much that turns into an average, but 100 CS difference overall from the team.
Well, each kill isn't exactly 300 gold either, is it?
No. It should
It
be.
goes down. It
Yeah,
goes down.
it goes down depending on who you're killing, and there's also like bounties can also influence that as well. So
That's true.
it's just like rough, like a
Yeah,
standard amount of kill.
with the bounties, it makes it really hard to calculate the exact gold that goes back. I mean, the whole trade of gold. You know, as we have a huge burst of Glisk coming down from Eyesight's ultimate and dodge the Q's ultimate as well. Are they going to pick up a second here?
They're
Looks like
looking
Eyesight didn't
for
have
it.
enough to finish the job.
They're looking for it, but ooh, Todd's guy's looking to make a turn. Oh, not enough
Oh,
damage to pick up broken system there. He was living on a sliver of
I
HP.
think yeah, I think you go for that though. I think you just go for that one. It was really close. Could have just done one more auto.
Yeah, I
Tallix guy
definitely
having a
tried
bit
his
of a rough
best.
time though. I mean, it had free farm, but I mean 0, 3, and 1 is a bit of a rough time if you ask me. I'm not saying he's weak because he does have the CS, just not getting those opportunities just yet.
Yeah, just not yet. But also good catch out over in the mid lane, over on the Lisk. I'm assuming CBR Barbarian was able to get his full combo off. We saw that glacial fissure is down, so maybe he got that down on top of the concussive blows. Comboed that with dodge the Q and eyesight. I'm
Yeah, there's a
imagining,
lot of CC potential there, huh?
yeah, to really lock down Blisk if they don't respect it enough. So really
Yeah, that's
good
the
job.
thing though. Glisk has to go into her opponents to do damage, right? So Braum just stays on top of someone, throws the ultimate down, throws the exhaust, throws the Q out, get the stacks with the Lucian. That could be pretty rough in the middle of a big old team fight. Now, that being said, objective is here, 20 seconds away, and we have a growing gold lead for rivals. I think it's now about 3K, pretty close to 3K, 4K ish. So the gold lead is going up. That's what you want to see. Tallest guy, though, might just be dead before the dragon.
Oh, he uses E, so he has to go back into it. He was trying to do a little bit of an outplay using his ulti in order to try to see if he can get a little bit more in. But here comes the, what is it, Impale? I
Yeah.
feel like Sora's name was
It's
like
Intel.
Impale. Ooh, and the binding is going to be going on to eyesight. So he's tried his best in order to get out of there, but unfortunately nothing coming out for that. Now his team is on the offensive, though.
Oh,
He's looking
no.
for something in return. Dodge actually dodges or jumps right into his team. Triple kill currently. Can he get the last 2? He drops to Coling, gets quite a bit of damage over on the Luke. Quadra kill. Here we go. Dodge Q gets the
Oh,
penta
my God.
kill. Let's go. Love
All right.
seeing.
Trustiest Karma with the extreme amount of loyalty and trust I have never seen before said, Dodge the Q, CB the Barbarian, you have this 2v5. It's all in your hands. I believe in you. Didn't even think about teleporting once that whole team fight.
Yeah, the amount of trust that you have. I had top laners that just TP too late. You didn't TP at all because you knew that Dodge Q had that down
Exactly.
bad. While C Barbarian was landing these concussive blows on top of all of that, really making a huge turnaround after. Todd's guy got caught out in eyesight, trying to go in to get a return kill. Unfortunately, also falling down thanks to that. I really don't know if that's actually called Impale. If it's like, wow, it's so boring. But now
I
trust
guess
this
it
karma
is.
trying to spice it up a little bit. Just show anime non-stop that you're an ADC. He's and it's an Aurelia. You're not getting away.
Yeah. It's just a formula for being a dead AD carry. Yeah, and that was the turret top. The dragon on the bot side winning both sides, winning on your weak and strong side at the same time. That's when you know the game's going real sour. And honestly, CB, the Barbarian and Dodge the Q pulling out that 2v5 doesn't give you hope for the side of Gungang, does it?
Yeah, it really doesn't. Especially if we're looking at the gold difference, it's already 6k gold. And you know what? Just to look, let's see how much of that difference is actually baked into each of these lanes.
It's
Uh,
probably top and bottom 80 carry. Yeah, look at the huge differences. It's just top and 80 carry. Oh,
yeah,
I guess jungle has a little bit in there too.
yeah, but that gets canceled out by mid lane's gold difference as well. So it's still a 6k gold lead, made the difference by the bot lane and the top lane.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that the Braum, poor supports only up a few hundred gold, but it all adds up at the end of the day with everyone being up. It's unfortunate that the Gnar is actually just melts like butter to this Lucian here. Lucian the hot knife to Gnar the butter, as there's no real defense for the side of Gungang, so they're gonna have to land their CC on the Lucian. Basically, spare no effort to CC anyone else. It's all about killing dodge the Q.
Yeah, it really does boil down to that. And I mean, we're just gonna have to see how it
Rival's
goes.
looking for
Especially,
a fight. Maybe they
yeah,
don't want it though.
and really depends. We'll have to see. Luke is right in the middle of it. Does get the impale off over onto Dodge Q, but he has no damage to follow that up. Already, Bliss is already bursted down thanks to the engage by Tustia's Karma. Dodge Q also jumping, or not just Dodge Q, but Tustia's Karma jumping right into there thanks to Vanguard's Edge. Tried to take the way to kill Dodge the Q using his calling, but unfortunately it will still be going over to his team. I didn't know exactly who
Yeah.
knew.
All right, so the CS leads are growing, the turret kills are growing, the kills are growing for the side of Rivals. All signs are pointing towards a rival win in this game. Eyesight, though, burning the Zonias a little prematurely. They're going to be getting a pretty early inhib here. It looks like they're going to be stopped, though. Gliss going in for the kill on CB the Barbarian, spinning around, getting the kills, moving around on this map. Unfortunately, isn't going to be enough. Broken System tried to save, but the Q landing on to dodge the Q. He didn't do his namesake. Broken System helps pick up the kill there. Now Tall Sky has to walk away. Rivals pushing way too far. Broken System, why did you pick that up? Rivals pushing way too far for that inhib was actually unnecessary. Unfortunately for the side of Gungang, I don't think this changes much, but at least you pick up a win in the team fight.
Yeah, maybe.
As your inhibs are up. There is no Baron threat. That would have been nice, but you do pick up one win in team fight. Checkbox there. Gonna need a lot more of those to win this game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely needs to look for or some other ways to get back into this fight. You have a really good pick comp. I have to say, you have such a good pick comp with Skarner and Morgana. Really great at making some of these picks happen. Team fight wise,
I mean,
you know,
Jin too. Don't forget about Jin.
yeah, Jin comboing on top of them as well. Really good for pick comp.
Yeah, but
For
they're gonna
team
need
fight
vision
wise.
to make those picks and get this game running in their way. Of course, if they get Dodge the Q or Talk Sky, that'd be nice. But they really need to start winning this vision game if they want to make these picks that you're talking about.
What's happening in the top one? Oh, we're just doing Baron. We're just
Yeah,
casually Baron over here while we're busy clearing out Vision over onto the Dragon. So it looks like we're gonna have Baron buff, which does I
the hyper focus on the soul is understandable, but it did leave the Baron quite open here. Rivals, I think they could just push the base. They don't have to worry about Gungang going for a dragon, but I think they're just gonna fight anyway.
yeah. Well, started off with Dodge the Q, who's stuck in the middle of these two. I
Oh,
just want to point
that
that
is
one out.
big.
It is definitely big, considering that Tall Guy also used his engage in order to try to make something happen, but it didn't turn out. See, our Baron is blocking all the shots, but he does get slowed down in order to try to make his escape. Ooh, barely dodges
No, they're
away
gonna
from
give up
Dark
the
Binding.
soul.
And here comes the Gnar going down and tries to pick up 2 more kills. Grabs one at the very least here, and like you were saying, they're looking to grab the soul, but since we did ward up earlier, we do know that they're here. 2 TPs going out. We're looking at pretty strong carries in order to try to get here. At least Gliss is pretty strong carry. No Gnar available just yet, but he's still going to be here to provide quite a bit of support and able to stop this soul.
Yeah, and what a blunder from Rivals. the one member that needed to stick with the team and survive was the one that get caught out. You were saying they have a pretty good pick comp. I'm saying they got to get dodge the Q, and that is exactly what happened. Gungang pull a surprising turnaround in this late game here. Again, they're going to need a lot more of those to bring this game back, but they have started the turnaround.
Hmm. Definitely have started turnaround here, which is pretty good. I mean, like we're talking about this. There's a 7K gold difference, but it really doesn't actually feel that way considering that a lot of this is over on Glisk, who's really good, who's playing Katarina, who's good at carrying through the mid game, and even then, so late game doesn't even have that bad of damage either to really deal with a lot of these threats. Oh, but you can't be pushing up just like that, considering that dodge Q is right in the area. Bliss is just gonna die immediately off of that. I really gotta stop talking here. I feel like I'm just gonna get people killed because Luke also might be dying for his teammates' sins. Maybe not.
Oh, goes for the flash.
Yeah, goes for a flash. Very bold move in order to make something happen. Eyesight also using the heads tech, heads tech rocket belt, not proto belt. I was about to say that. In order to try to get closer, but the Gale Force will be used in response. We're now taking the inhibitor, which is fine. We're clearly like transitioning now pretty into the late game. We're building our last half of our items. And
yeah, funny that this is now considered mid or late game.
Yeah.
When years ago that was certainly not the case. Late game was like 40 minutes plus.
Yeah, this is
Trusty's Karma though might be getting caught out.
Oh, great blast cone in order to get Luke out of here. Bad flash from him, so he won't be able to follow him just as easily. Especially with a Pale coming up so soon, they could have potentially
should have waited. Should have waited, I think, actually, because Flash and Pale is so strong. Like, and now that you won't have it for the next objective is going to be pretty bad as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're pushing down to this mid lane here. We're looking for something. Dodge Q is...
Oh, what a massive stun!
Yeah, the moonfall does go out too, but Dodge Q managed to get out of there thanks to his, not Gale Force, but his dodge as a whole, so he's able to stay alive and do all this damage. Anime non-stop. You don't want to be ulti there. You gotta run. You gotta run.
Does it feel like an 11K gold lead now, Rex? Because it certainly looked like it right there.
You know, I mean, if we take, okay, it feels like 11K gold lead if Lucian stays alive. If Lucian doesn't stay alive, it feels pretty even, honestly. But Lucian
yeah, I mean,
so
if you get the 5v5, it's certainly going to be very rough for Gungang. And it looks like it was going to be the win for Rivals straight from minute 5 when the kills were going down in the bot side. And they're going to be picking up this win here. So interested to see if that was the game that cinched the victory for them.
I believe this was game 2, so this was a hard-fought victory for Rivals, really nailing the coffin there. We talked a lot about Dodge Q and CVR Baron just doing a really good job as well over in the bot lane. Set up the Braum Lucian combo, still very much potent. I still don't know if the W counts at empowering Lucian in order to get his bonus, but I don't think it really matters too much if you just drop W on people and you start autoing them. And you do so much damage. The combo is just works too well in itself.
Certainly, there are better synergies. Obviously, everyone knows about the Nami synergy that's going around, but it looks like it wasn't necessary, and that it was still plenty of enough damage for this Lucian in this game. I mean, absolute monster on the Lucian.
So that has been all of our games tonight. We would be showing ROK versus the Spawn Points, but they are actually going to be a series of the week. So we'll be showing that game Friday. It's going to be a really exciting series because I believe it's actually a full 3-game series as well, if I'm not mistaken. A hard-fought victory for... no, it's a 2-game series. Dang, I really thought it was 3. Man. But in any case, it's still a hard-fought series, so... go check that out on Friday. Tomorrow we're going to have our Platinum Ruination games. And, well, I've been Red Skull Dragon, he's been Crims, and we're going to be signing off here. So, good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night, folks.